That's Living Through It, a lifestyle podcast for teens by a teen, hosted by yours truly, Isabella. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Also, I know it's been a really long time since I last recorded, so honestly, just hello again to all my listeners. Today's episode, because it's been so long since our last episode, due to my crazy schedule and just senior things and college and stuff, it's going to be pretty much about what you guys missed in my life, or basically what stopped me from doing the podcast. And I'm gonna take it one step further and be more of a letter to myself type of vibe, and I'm gonna give myself some questions for future me from a year from today. So I don't know, college first quarter in Bella. That feels super far away, but a year is not that long, so I'm a little scared. But yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. So obviously my recap, it's gonna kind of merge with the content of my episode, but yeah, let's go. So I stopped watching Love Next Door and No Game No Love. I just haven't had time. There's really not, I don't really have a lot of time to be watching, so they kind of had to be dropped. But I kind of knew where they were going, so I guess I'll be fine. If I ever get more time, free time again, then I'll pick them back up, maybe during Thanksgiving weekend or something. I probably won't have time. I don't know. If I do, I'll pick them up, and if I don't, well, they're gonna be dropped, but it's okay. I did end up watching the movie Never Been Kissed before. I mean, not Never Been Kissed. What? Sorry, whoa. I did end up watching the movie Never Been Kissed, which I had never seen before. That's what I was trying to say. And it was really good, honestly. Very typical. I'm kind of tweaking, y'all. This is bad. I'm sorry. A very stereotypical rom-com. You want a rom-com? Watch Never Been Kissed. Honestly, it's pretty good. It does give kind of it's borderline student teacher, but it's not, because she's actually an adult. But it was still a little weird, but I don't know, I still kind of liked it. It was cute. But yeah, and then I ended up finding some show called Vampire Academy, and I think it's based on books or whatever. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty good, I guess. The only time I can watch it is when I'm eating or something, so I don't really see it that often, because usually I'm eating sorry, I can only watch it when I'm eating at home. And a lot of the times I've been eating away from home, whether it's at school or at an event that I have to be at, so I don't really watch it as often as I would like, but I guess I'm going through it very slowly but surely. So far, I haven't dropped it, so maybe I will finish it. We'll see. But yeah, so I guess question for future Bella, we're gonna start right here. Did you finish watching this? Or what are the K-dramas that are iconic from right now until then? What came out that was so good? What movies came out that you wish you could see again? That me right now, present Bella, or I guess that'll be past Bella, hasn't seen yet. What's the vibe? What are we watching? What are we listening to? What's good? I don't know. Hopefully I'll be able to answer that in a year from now. So yeah. Moving on to reading, I mentioned that I started Immortal Dark, and I did end up finishing it. And it's also on vampires. I guess I was on some vampire grind over October. It was pretty good. I liked it. There was definitely some weak writing points throughout. It didn't really make sense, the jumps in the plot line. The story I was able to follow it, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, but from a more analytical standpoint, it could have been better, but it was still pretty good. I was hooked, so I guess it did its job. I also not even half, I barely touched Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I had to read it for my book club, but like I said, I've been insanely busy, crazy busy, so I didn't really get to like read the whole thing, but I mean, from what I read, it was pretty good. And like, obviously, it's like Andy Weir, so of course it's gonna be really good. But yeah, I never finished that. But hopefully, I will finish the next book that we have to read, which is Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. I already read Better Than the Movies. Better Than the Movies? Yeah, sorry, Better Than the Movies. I think I read it sophomore year, maybe junior year, like early junior year. And I fell in love. Like, it was so good. Like, the romance book, so good. Like, very, like, Never Been Kissed, very stereotypical. Like, if you're looking for a rom-com in a book, that's the one you're gonna want to look for. But yeah, it's really good. And so I started Nothing Like the Movies, and it's pretty good. I don't know how I feel about second chance romance, but I don't know, maybe I'll be converted. We'll see. So yeah, Future Bella, what are you reading right now? Did you finish these books, first of all? Is Immortal Dark book number 2 out yet? Because why did it end on a cliffhanger? Rude. Like, I need to know what happens. I need to know what happens to that book. Yeah, have you read the second book that came out? Did you ever end up going back to Project Hail Mary? Or like, what other books did you read? Yeah. Okay. Next point, listening to. Okay, so again, still kind of been on the like reggaeton type of vibe. Like, I just need that party in me, you know, because I have not been going out because of how busy I've been. So I get the adrenaline rush from other ways, which is music. But also I've been listening to like more calm music, like indie pop, and even jazz when I'm working because I have so much work to do. Just like fall, autumn vibes, like just whatever's like calming. So Bella, did you go to another concert? Did I mention this in the other episode? I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but I went to a concert with my friend and it was really fun. I wasn't like the biggest listener to them, but like I'm listening to them now and they're like perfect fall vibes. So yeah, that was really fun. But yeah, so like, did you go to any other concerts? Who'd you go with, and to who? And also, like, what are you listening to now? Like, are you over reggaeton? I hope not. Or like jazz and stuff? Like, what's the vibe? Okay, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. Hopefully you did go to a concert because I want to go to more concerts. I love concerts. Anyway, working on finished did. Okay, here's where the questions get crazy. So, I finished my personal statement, guys. First of all, tell me why that was the most painful essay to write ever. Like, not in like an emotional way. I mean, it was kind of sad, I guess, but not really. But like, it was just really hard. Like, how am I supposed to tell you who I am as a person in 650 words? Girl, no, that's not gonna happen. I guess I kind of managed to do it. And then I showed it to, I had one of my English teachers, because I have 2 English teachers for like different types of classes. So like my regular English teacher, I had him like read it like from the beginning, like when it was like literal trash, like bad essay. And like he helped me build it up. And so like he saw it from the beginning and like he kept on giving me more critiques, but he was never like, oh, that's good, you should keep that, you know what I mean? And so I was starting to feel like a little like, guys, I have like a horrible essay, like what's going on here? And then I asked my counselor to proofread it and she gave it back to me, and like she was very helpful and like I could see like why she was telling me to do those like corrections, but it did not feel right to do those corrections at all. Like it felt like I was completely undoing the essay, and so I was like, what do I do? So I went to my other English teacher and she's like more like my special English teacher, and she read it and she was like, this is so good, you need to send me this right now, I want to show it to my classes next year. And I was like, stop, so you love me, so the essay actually is good, I guess, and so it made me feel a lot better. But yeah, I had a huge lump of the personal statement, like that was hard. So good luck to my future seniors out there, or whenever you become a senior, because it goes crazy. It's really hard. Keep a journal. People told me to keep a journal and I didn't keep a journal. No, keep a journal so you know what to write about. But yeah, And then I'll do the question. I have a couple more things before I do the question. That being said, not only did I finish my personal statement, but also supplementals for my early action applications. I turned in 3 applications for early action. I did Penn State, I did Seton Hall, and I did USC. So I guess I'm waiting to hear back from them. Please accept me. Please accept me. Yeah. So I don't know how that goes. And then also I took my November SAT, and I was supposed to take it in one city, and then they said that testing center closed down, and so they relocated me to a different city, which is like the huge city around me, and like it was like downtown of that city, and so like it was like crazy fancy. And they had me go to literally the fanciest hotel I had ever stepped foot on, ever. Like, I don't know when I'll ever step foot in that type of hotel again. Like, it was that expensive. I was like in shock. It was gorgeous. I think I heard rumors that Bridgerton was filmed in there. So yeah, she's fancy, like fancy. So like I was in shock. But yeah, so Bella, did you get accepted? If so, how much money? And what college are you going to right now? Are you happy there? Questions. Yeah, because I'm kind of freaking out right now, Bella. So hopefully you're not. Hopefully you're thriving. I really hope you are. Please be thriving. Yeah. Anyway, another thing that I'm working on this week is Tech Week. And for those people who don't know, that's basically like the week of the days of like performances or shows for theater productions. And so it's kind of like Hell Week, but it's not, maybe it's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. But ours is pretty tame compared to like the other schools around us. But yeah, it's still going crazy. Like today I got home at like 10. Probably like, actually I think it was more like 10:15. So, actually no, 10:20. I don't know. I got here really late, guys. And keep in mind, I get to school at like 7 in the morning. So, it was insane. It's been an insane day. But yeah. So, I've been working, so I'm director of photography and head of public relations for the fall play. So I've been working like my butt off for like producing videos, because the director wanted to have videos accompanying the actors in the background because of the certain way that this play is staged. And then obviously like we need to like promote the play, so I'm head of PR for that. And so like it's been going pretty crazy, but honestly I love the vibe. Like I just love being like in the air of like show adrenaline. Like it's perfect. It's for me. So yeah, how did that go, Bella? Do you even remember what it was like? What is senior night like? Because I don't know what it am I gonna cry? Did you cry at senior night, your first senior night? Like, I don't know. That's weird. That's a milestone. I don't know. But yeah. And are you doing theater? Are you gonna like do like theater vibe stuff? Like, you're not a performer. You don't like to act, so I don't think you're gonna be an actor. Although if you are, good for you, I guess. But like, are you like involved with it? Are you in crew? Like, what's going on? But yeah, that's my question for future Bella. Okay, now on to events and stuff. So I went to my senior retreat and it was super fun. I didn't expect for it to be exactly how I had heard it to be, because people always say don't get your hopes up, like don't expect too much of it, like you don't know how it's gonna be. And so I was like, it's gonna be like a whatever retreat, like I'll be fine. Tell me why I cried within like the first 3 hours I was there. Like, what? It was really emotional, but in like a good way. It was really fun to be there and like make new connections with people that I didn't really talk to on a normal basis, because you don't have like classes together and stuff. So it was really fun. So Bella, I know you have other retreats coming up in the year. So how did those go? Were they fun? Like, what's the vibe, you know? How did those go? I also had a fall festival at my local church, and because of how busy I've been, I only went to volunteer on the last day, but it was pretty fun. So, like, what other festivals did you go to? Like, what other events have you been going to? Like, I want to know. College apps, yeah. And then I put in parentheses, went crazy. Y'all have no idea. If you're not a senior already, here is my advice to you. Write down every single thing that you've done ever in high school. Write down every single inconvenience and convenience from high school, like problems or like your lows and your highs. And then start your personal statements and supplements. Maybe not in summer, like enjoy your last summer, but like August. Like August, start that and put yourself on a really tight schedule because that's crazy. Also, I didn't know you had to do this, but there's this thing called a CSS profile, and colleges require that to give you financial aid. And then also, it costs money to send your AP scores that you have to send to confirm your scores, because you would think that you self-report them and that you would be fine, but no, you self-report and then you have to confirm what you self-reported. So then what's even the point of self-reporting? But you have to pay every time you send those scores over to colleges, and it's like per college. So it's like 20, I heard it's $25 or $35, so it's gonna be more than what you expected to apply to a college. Crazy. So yeah, like I said, what colleges did you get into? What colleges did you not get into? Did you get scholarships? Like, what was the, tell me everything about college. I need to know. But yeah. Also Halloween. I wish I didn't really celebrate this year, and I'm kind of sad about it because I wanted to like decorate and stuff, but I never had the time to. And like the only thing, I only dressed up once, and it was for like school. My friends did a group costume of Alice in Wonderland, and I was the Mad Hatter, which was super fun. But like I didn't go anywhere at all, and it makes me kind of depressed. And then I ended up staying because Halloween was literally the day right before early applications were due. I literally stayed up until like 2:30 a.m. in the morning with my mom turning in these apps, so that I wouldn't have to turn it in when like the site crashed or something. So like that was insanity. So Bella, did you enjoy the other holidays? Did you learn your lesson? Hopefully you're not procrastinating as much as you used to. Yeah. And then again, I already talked about Tech Week. Like that's going on. That's what's happening. Oh, and then I got accepted into a very competitive role for a leadership camp, and my friends got into, so I'm really excited. That's in December. Yeah, so what was that like? Did you have fun? Did it snow? I really hope it snowed. It's in the mountains, so and like it's like December, Christmas vibes. So like, how was that? How did that go? But yeah. And then I'm looking forward to my friend's birthday party. And also, like I said, like senior night of the fall play. As much as I love the fall play, I kind of can't wait for it to be over so I can have like, I can get home at normal hours. I mean, I still get home later than a lot of other people, but it'll be my type of normal. So I can't wait for that. And then also just like the season, fall, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, like that kind of stuff. I mean, I know it's like in the future and I'll have episodes in between that time, like before those events even happen, but that's just what I'm looking forward to. I'm really excited. And it's my last one. Like this is my last time being a kid, because pretty soon like my birthday's coming up, so like I'm gonna be an adult soon, and that's really scary. But yeah, so like you kind of could tell what I see myself, or where I see myself in a year, but I'm just gonna say it explicitly. Okay, Bella, this is what I want for myself, and what I want isn't necessarily what I'll get, but if everything goes to plan. I get accepted into a really good college, and I get a lot of money for it, and I'm dorming, and I make friends really fast, and I have a major that I want, and I'm having so much fun. I'm going to football games, and I'm going to parties, and like I'm just like going to cafes in the mornings, and like I'm on top of my studies, and I'm like I already started an internship or something like that, or I joined clubs, and I'm just really active in my college community. And I'm not really stressed about like affording college because of I got a good scholarship, and also just like staying in good touch with like my family and my friends. And what else do I see for myself? I see myself healthier, not just like in like a physical way, but like mentally, like not as stressed, not as like anxious all the time. And but also like I will also see myself more physically active, like at least like 20-minute walks a day. Like I want to be able to have that time to walk outside every day, but also it's getting cold, and you can probably tell, but I'm kind of sick right now. So I want to not be sick. That's another thing I see myself in a year from now. And are you gonna come home for Thanksgiving if you went far? I hope you are, if you can. But yeah, that's kind of all I have for today's episode, guys. Like I said, I've been a little under the weather and really busy, so it isn't as long or as lengthy as it usually is. At least I don't think it is. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this episode. It was very much different. And also, like, I'm in a new space in case you didn't notice. I'm on the couch now. I kind of like this spot. Maybe I'll keep doing it. But I do have to wait for, like, my entire family to, like, go to sleep or, like, go somewhere else to film here. So it's, like, dead silent. So, I don't know if this place is going to be permanent. But for this episode, I'm here. So, yeah. Wherever you guys are listening, make sure to like, follow, comment, and subscribe, as well as follow the podcast on Instagram at Living Through It Podcast. And remember, you guys can find this podcast wherever you listen to podcasts or on YouTube, since it's a video podcast. I guess this episode was more of like lifestyle content and just like me talking to you guys. So I hope you guys liked it. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about me just like yapping to you guys. Like I can yap anyways, but this is like a different type of yap, so I want to hear what you guys think. So let me know in the polls on Spotify of whether you like prefer these type of episodes, or if you want like more structured like tips and advice episodes, because I like doing both, but I want to see what you guys think and what you guys prefer, so I can give you guys more of what you want. But yeah, make sure to come back. It's not guaranteed yet. It might be in 2 weeks, or it might be in 1 week, depending on how crazy Tech Week is for our next podcast. But I do really hope that after the next episode, I do go back to weekly episodes. So excited for that. Stay tuned. But yeah, make sure to come back next episode. Turn on your notice or your bells so you know when it releases, for more advice and like lifestyle content. But yeah, my name's Isabella, and you've been listening to Living Through It. Love ya!